The first time I heard it, I thought it was my imagination. Someone calling my name. Very quietly. From somewhere inside the house. Welcome to Story Vault. This happened last winter, a few months after I moved into a small house outside the city. The place was quiet. Almost too quiet. No busy streets nearby. No loud neighbors. Just long, silent nights. At first I liked it. But after a while I started noticing how loud silence can be. The house made strange sounds at night. Pipes shifting in the walls. Wood creaking in the floors. Things that old houses usually do. Then one night, something different happened. I was sitting in the living room watching TV when I heard it. My name. Soft. Barely louder than a whisper. Daniel. I muted the TV immediately. The house went silent. I sat there for a moment listening. Nothing. No footsteps. No movement. Just silence again. I eventually convinced myself it must have come from the television or maybe from outside. But the next night it happened again. This time I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom. And I heard it clearly. My name. From somewhere in the hallway. Daniel. My heart skipped. I opened the bathroom door quickly and looked out. The hallway was empty. Every room was dark. And the front door was locked. I walked through the entire house checking every room. Nothing. No one. After that night, the voice started appearing more often. But it was always strange. It never happened when I expected it. Sometimes it came from the kitchen. Sometimes from the hallway. Sometimes from the staircase. Always quiet. Always just my name. And always when I was alone. At first I thought maybe it was stress. Or exhaustion. Or something psychological. But one night something happened that completely changed the way I understood it. I woke up suddenly in the middle of the night. The room was dark. The only light came from the faint glow of the digital clock on my nightstand. 3:12 a.m. Then I heard it. Right next to my ear. My name. Clear as day. Daniel. I sat straight up in bed. My heart was pounding. There was no one in the room. No one standing beside the bed. But the voice had been right next to me. Like someone had leaned close to whisper it. I turned on the lamp immediately. The room was empty. Closet closed. Bedroom door shut. No movement. But something felt wrong. Very wrong. The air in the room felt colder than usual. Almost heavy. I stayed awake the rest of the night with the lights on. The next day I asked my neighbor if they had ever heard strange noises from the house. He looked at me strangely for a moment. Then he asked a question that made my stomach drop. Did it call your name? I felt a chill run down my spine. I asked him what he meant. He hesitated before answering. Then he told me something I wish I had never heard. The previous owner of the house had reported hearing voices at night. Whispering from different rooms. Always calling his name. At first people assumed he was imagining things. Until one night he told his family something strange. He said the voice had started answering him. When he spoke back, the voice repeated what he said. But slightly delayed. Like an echo. Only the echo came from inside the house. He moved out a month later. After hearing that story I tried to ignore everything. I told myself it was just coincidence. Until the last night I spent in that house. I was sitting in the living room again. Just like the very first night. When I heard it one more time. My name. From upstairs. But this time I decided to answer. I don't know why. Maybe curiosity. Maybe frustration. But I said something out loud. Who's there? The house stayed silent for a few seconds. Then slowly, from the hallway behind me, a voice answered, perfectly matching my own voice. Who's there? That was the moment I grabbed my keys and left the house. I didn't even pack anything. I just walked out the front door and drove away. I never spent another night there. But sometimes, late at night when the house is quiet, I still hear it. Not from inside my house, but from inside my head. My name, being whispered. And that's the story. Have you ever heard something in your home that you couldn't explain? Share your experience in the comments. Some of the creepiest ones might appear in future videos. And if you enjoy stories like this, make sure to subscribe to Story Vault for more unbelievable stories from around the internet.